Welcome, deep divers. Get ready, because today we are diving deep into a really high-energy source. We've got the full recap of WWE SmackDown number 1362 live from the LDLC Arena in Lyon, France. This was August 29th, 2025. And you can just picture it, right? About 10,000 fans just absolutely roaring. It was a packed show.
Oh, absolutely. And what's fascinating about these events, these specific shows, is how they act like a pressure cooker for ongoing stories. You're not just seeing matches, you're seeing these critical moments in much bigger sagas, themes of ambition, legacy, that whole fan connection thing. It all comes together.
Yeah, it really does. It's like a microcosm, like you said.
Exactly. A living story, always moving.
And this one kicked off with, well, a bang. An explosive opening segment. It was a direct follow-up from the week before, Logan Paul attacking John Cena backstage. Sneaky stuff.
Setting the tone immediately.
So the show starts, and Logan Paul's already in the ring. And the boos. Yeah. Deafening. You could hear those "you suck" chants clear as day.
He eats it up, doesn't he? Just leans right into it.
Totally. He grabs the mic, insults the crowd, says they have a problem with change. He insists he's not a parasite, talks up his market value to WWE.
Right. The classic heel move, blame the audience, position yourself as the misunderstood visionary.
And then he drops the big lines. He's the future of WWE, here to remove the past, meaning Cena. He even threw in some French, basically saying he beat Cena. He really went for it.
And that's Paul's whole strategy, isn't it? He's deliberately playing that disruptor role, insult the fans, frame himself as this, revolutionary force against tradition. It's that classic wrestling trope, the new blood versus old guard, but he taps into something bigger, like anxieties about change in general. He's a lightning rod.
Yeah, he really is. But then the response.
Because music hits.
Yeah. Massive cheers. The place just explodes, chanting Cena's name. And Cena, he comes out firing, calls Paul dumb right off the bat for dismissing the fans, says point blank, without fans, there would be no WWE. Simple as that.
And that's the core difference, isn't it? Paul's self-interest versus Cena's emphasis on the audience, on legacy.
Exactly. Cena admits Paul has potential, sure, but then just dismisses him. Calls him a wannabe, a bad copy. He even brought up that Paul wasn't on the top 25 biggest influencers list. Kind of a dig, suggesting Paul needs WWE more than WWE needs him.
Ooh, that's sharp. Undercutting Paul's whole argument about his own value.
And the crowd loved it, declared Cena the winner of their little French trash talk battle.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? In this age of viral fame and social media metrics, what actually lasts? Is it the quick buzz, or is it that genuine connection Cena embodies?
That's a great question. Is that influencer model the future, or does Cena prove that connecting with your base is still the key to real lasting impact?
Well, that's the tension right there. Paul brings eyeballs, no doubt, huge buzz, but often fleeting. Cena represents that long-term connection, that foundation built on respect. And he reinforced it, didn't he? Going into the crowd, posing with a young fan. That wasn't just a photo op, it was a statement. A lesson in respect, right in front of Paul.
Definitely. He left Paul just standing there, speechless, furious. So yeah, that rivalry, it's nowhere near done. Okay, so leaving that generational clash simmering, let's shift gears to the tag team divisions. Things got pretty volatile there, too.
Right. We had a #1 contenders match and the women's tag titles on the line. Lots of stakes.
And this is where things immediately went off script. The women's tag title match, it didn't even happen as planned. Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair are making their entrance, and bam, attacked by Chelsea Green and Alba Fire. Brutal stuff.
A pre-match assault always raises the temperature.
Yeah, and Charlotte got hurt, apparently couldn't compete. So the tag title match instantly becomes a singles match. Alexa Bliss versus Chelsea Green.
Wow, talk about adapting on the fly.
Right, and Alexa actually pulls off a quick win, gets Green with a roll-up, but the chaos isn't stopped there.
No, because the post-match is where they really drove the point home.
Exactly. Green and Fire beat down Alexa, and then even Charlotte, limping back out, gets attacked again.
See, that's smart booking, even if it's chaotic. That surprise attack, the injury, the rule change, it injects instant drama. And the post-match beatdown, that's not just random violence, it advances multiple stories. It sets up Green and Fire as ruthless contenders, fuels Charlotte and Alexa's reason for revenge. Very efficient storytelling.
Super efficient. Then, speaking of efficient, we had Michin versus Kiana James.
Whoa, yeah, that was fast.
It's like 6 seconds fast, roll-up win for Michin, blink, and you missed it.
Almost makes you wonder what the point was. Right,
Guilia shows up after the match and just destroys Michin. That curb stomp onto the steel steps.
Yeah.
Man, that looked nasty.
Right, so the 6-second match, it was just the setup. The real story was Gilia making a violent statement. It's that compressed storytelling again. You skip the build-up, go straight for the shock, and instantly establish a new, dangerous feud. High impact, minimal time.
Definitely established Gilia as someone to watch out for. Okay, next up, the men's tag team title #1 contendership match. We had the Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford against Mello Don't Miz, Carmelo Hayes and The Miz.
An interesting pairing, Hayes and Miz. And didn't Bo Dallas get involved earlier?
Yeah, backstage. Asking both teams these weird, cryptic questions about family, stability, kind of planting seeds of doubt. Foreshadowing, maybe?
Absolutely. That's Bo Dallas's whole thing now, isn't it? Psychological games. It adds a layer of unease before the bell even rings, makes you question the team's unity.
And it paid off, didn't it? During the match, Carmelo Hayes hit Miz with a blind tag, which seemed tense.
Definite friction there.
And then, the deciding moment, Miz gets distracted by the Wyatt Six, just lurking near commentary.
Yeah.
That hesitation cost him.
And the Street Profits capitalized. Hit the revelation, got the win.
So they're the new #1 contenders. But that distraction, it raises that question again, right? How much do these outside forces, this mind game stuff, actually decide these big matches?
It's a huge factor. The Wyatt Six didn't physically interfere in the match, but their mere presence changed the outcome. It's psychological warfare. And that stare down after the match between the Profits and the Wyatt Six. Perfect setup. We know that title match is coming at Clash in Paris. The story's already rolling.
Always thinking ahead. Okay, moving from team dynamics to some really intense personal stuff, Drew McIntyre was absolutely fixated on finding Randy Orton after that RKO last week. He seemed consumed by it.
Yeah, Drew's character right now is fascinatingly dark. He's paranoid, obsessive.
Totally. He was questioning Orton's motives. Was it about Cody Rhodes? He kept accusing Cody of being selfish, having no friends. It felt like everything leads back to Cody for him.
And that's the core of it, I think. He's viewing everything through the lens of his feud with Cody. It's a deep personal vendetta that's kind of warping his perspective, makes him compelling, but also unpredictable.
And Orton's response when Drew finally confronted him, so blunt.
Classic Orton, no messing around.
Drew asks why he did it. Was it for Cody? Orton just says, basically, nope, I did it because you're an idiot. Called him a post.
Cuts right through all of Drew's complex theorizing, just pure disdain.
And, of course, it immediately broke down into a brawl. Glasgow kiss from Drew. Orton fights back with the draping DDT. Then security gets involved, and they start taking RKOs left and right. Chaos.
Standard procedure when Orton's involved.
But the scary part was Drew escaping the punt. Orton lined it up, and that move has history. Real history.
Exactly. Threatening the punt instantly escalates things. It shows the animosity is at a level where career-ending moves are on the table. That brief moment tells you everything about how intense this feud is.
For sure. Elsewhere, we also had a couple of quick but important moments. Aleister Black had this creepy video promo warning Damian Priest.
Yeah, that pressure on your chest line was chillin'. Building atmosphere.
Priest, backstage, seemed completely unfazed, though. Responded violently, basically saying, bring it on.
Setting up their future clash nicely. Minimal time, maximum intrigue.
And then Jade Cargill just walked up to Tiffany Stratton, the women's world champion, and declared herself the #1 contender. Stratton looked less than impressed.
Another quick character beat establishes Jade's confidence, Stratton's arrogance, seeds planted for later. It's all about keeping those plates spinning.
Definitely. Okay, so let's get to the main event. WWE United States Championship on the line. The challenger, Sami Zayn, against the champion, Solo Sikoa. And Sami backstage, he was feeling it. Said he felt like he was the main event of WrestleMania. You could feel that energy.
He carries that underdog energy so well, makes you instantly invested. But Solo Sikoa, he's a force, and he doesn't usually come alone.
No kidding. The match was intense right away, but Solo's guys, the MFTs, Tamatonga and Tongaloa, they kept interfering. Constant distractions, cheap shots.
Typical bloodline tactics, overwhelmed with numbers.
But then, just when it looked like Sami was completely outnumbered, Jimmy Uso runs down.
The clock thickens. Family drama continues.
Followed by Jacob Fatu. They storm the ring, take out Tamatonga and Tongaloa, clear the deck.
Leveling the playing field? Okay, now it's a real fight.
Exactly. And this goes back to that question, doesn't it? Can a win really feel definitive if you don't eventually get that one-on-one contest? Removing the interference makes the finish mean so much more.
Absolutely. It raises the stakes because now there are no excuses. The better man on the night has to win.
And what a fight it was, back and forth. Solo actually kicked out of the Blue Thunder Bomb. Andy, a holo kick early on, looks stunned.
Shows Solo's own toughness, not just a brute. He can endure, too.
But then Solo turned it up. Multiple spinning solos on Sami. 2 of them onto the announce table.
Yeah.
Brutal impacts.
That move looks devastating. How did Sami even survive that?
I don't know. He looked done, but somehow he beat the count out, crawled back in. The resilience was just incredible.
And that's the core of Sami's story, right? That refusal to quit, those moments where he looks beaten but finds something deep down, that's what connects him so strongly with the crowd. You believe in his fight.
Absolutely. And after surviving all that punishment, Sami found his opening. He fired up, hit one hell of a kick, then another. 1, 2, 3.
He did it. New champion.
New United States champion. The place went absolutely insane. Sami celebrating, holding the title high. What an end to the show in Lyon.
Just a fantastic emotional payoff.
Yep.
Sami overcoming the odds, the interference, Solo's power. It's a classic underdog story, perfectly executed. And it elevates the U.S. title, too, attaching it to that kind of crowd reaction and that kind of journey. It shows that resilience and that fan connection can still overcome anything.
Wow. What a show that was. SmackDown 1362 from Lyon.
Yeah.
Just nonstop action and drama. We had that huge generational clash brewing between Logan Paul and Cena, all the chaos in the tag divisions, those personal vendettas boiling over, and capped off by Sami Zayn's massive emotional U.S. title win. Just packed.
It really showcased how dynamic wrestling storytelling can be. You've got personal issues, faction warfare, title aspirations, unexpected twists, all colliding in one night. It's constantly evolving.
It really is. It leaves you thinking, doesn't it? When we talk about the future versus the past, like with Paul and Cena, what really builds something that lasts?
Is it the social media hype? Is it sheer dominance?
Or is it maybe that connection, that belief from the people you're performing for? Something to definitely chew on. Well, that's our deep dive for today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Always a pleasure.
And hey, if you enjoyed this breakdown, if you liked the conversation, we'd really appreciate it if you hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and maybe even leave a comment letting us know what you thought.
Yeah, that support really helps us keep doing these deep dives. Thanks, everyone.